What's going on, everybody? All right. What's going on, YouTube? Just stuffing my mic underneath my shirt. I'm gonna check this out here a little. I might sound a little echoey. Well, I'm gonna see if I can fix that a little bit later. So look, gang, what's going on, guys? This is my, I guess, not my first live YouTube video to be working out to, but kind of like the first one. I feel like I got set up as proper as I could. If you guys tuned into yesterday's live stream, we did that here. So look, we are, well, look, I'll tell you the purpose of what I'm doing here today. I always get kind of asked from my clients, how do I train? How do I work out? Do I train the same way that I do when I teach the virtual classes? And the truth is I do. I use the same pieces of equipment. I do the same things, just maybe a little bit different. As I run through the same pain points as everybody else that I see that train with me. I have kids running around. I got all kinds. Like I go see my cats and all kinds of things like happening here as we work out here today. So I try to work out. I usually work out when they all go to sleep, but it's been so hot here in Toronto. I've kind of switched up some of the workouts. I went for a very random run today, this morning with my neighbor, and I'll see how I feel. So look, let's get started. Today's workout, we're going to be training with kettlebells, or I'm going to be training with kettlebells. I'm not going to do too much talking, but if you guys have any questions, hit me up. I'm going to be looking at my feed over here as we go along. All right, so let's do this here, guys. So I'm going to just get a warm up here, and if you guys have been to any of my clients here that train with me, you guys see I'm going to do the same warm up that we always do. Right, I'm going to go work all the way around the world with my bell here. Okay, no real time limit for this, just making sure I feel loose. My body gets used to like kind of holding something. Okay, in this case, holding the bell. Okay, kind of getting the grips. I haven't held anything kind of heavy here today yet. Okay, and I'm just going to work the other way around. Okay, and you kind of see I'm just kind of swaying my body, swaying my hips around. Whew, it's been super hot here the last couple days. So I'm kind of happy to get these workouts out of the way in the morning, sort of, since I got to train a bunch of people in the afternoon and all that stuff. All right, feeling pretty good here. So I'm gonna work just a couple easy figure eights here. Okay, so if my figure eight's looking like so, whoop, not getting a good rhythm here. Why? I'm worried my bell's going to go through my wire there. Actually, you know what? Why don't I stick it behind my back here today? Kind of a new thing, working out. Or not, I guess it's not a new thing, but working out by myself with a mic on. And it's a nice little way to still kind of get my hips loose, still get my grips going. So I'm just basically making an 8 in between my legs. All right, so I'm going to get some easy swings happening here. Okay, so it's kind of like a little half bicep swing, half little press here. So from the side, okay, I'm going to swing up, pushing down. And I'm still trying to use my hips as I do this here. And I use a little push to kind of help me push the weight down. And I'm going to switch over to the other side. So the goal of this here is like I try to actually not do a bicep curl when I do this. Try to use my hips, use the momentum. All right. Okay. So after I'm usually done with the bells, get some of that weight going, get some of the blood flowing here. Okay, I kind of work with some bands. Got my purple band here today. And I'm just going to work a nice set of X walks for myself here. Okay, so nice little X. My feet are, let me see if this camera change is going to work here. Oh, it does work. Oh, nice. Okay, so look, my feet over here. Hey, I like to have, making sure that they run parallel. Okay, so you guys all saw how like the X looked. Okay, and then from here, I'm just going to just kind of step to the side. Okay, and I'm going to try to keep my feet as parallel as possible. I kind of see them turning in. When I do this, I just turn them back in. Or when I see them turn out, I just turn them back in. And I do my best to kind of just follow this line. Okay, and this is going to get my glutes going. Get my hips going. X walk. People laugh at this one. Like, I don't feel anything, but try it. Okay, the worst mistake that people will make is they'll do this, right? They'll kind of take steps in, and then they get feet come all the way together, and then they can't step out any further. So I do quite a few of these. Yeah, I really want to get my glutes going. Take some of that pressure off my lower back. All right. Okay, from here, yeah, I'm gonna take a little break from my band. Yeah, I'm gonna come down to the floor. Okay, I'm gonna do a couple of scap raises here. Okay, so my hands are flat to the floor. I'm in my quad position here. Okay, and I'm gonna just lift my back. Yeah, try to I'm trying to think like I want to create a little mountain with my back. Okay, and without bending my elbows, I'm gonna try to get my chest. I'm thinking. Okay, trying to get my chest to touch all the way into the floor. I'm squeezing the middle of my back nice and hard. Okay, and then again, I'm going to rise up. So I use a lot of visualization tools or tips or tricks, or I'm always thinking of like different things that help me move my body around. So I always think like right here, big set of mountain. I want to create a big peak here, as big as Mount Everest. And then when I bring my chest all the way down to the floor, yeah, I'm going to create a little fold in the middle of my back. And I always think like if I have like a little pen, or if I have like, I don't know why I always think fruit, but I think like a fruit, trying to squeeze that in. And, you know, I'm going to be doing a lot of presses today, a lot of overhead. So I just want to make sure the back of my shoulder is nice and activated. So here I just caught myself. Okay, bring my shoulder very close to my ear. And when I do this, then I lose that feeling, right? So I want that shoulder far away from me, driving in and up. All right, okay. And the last one I'm probably going to do here is, I'm just going to work a little twist. Okay, so just a nice little twist. I'll prop my right hand down. Okay, my left arm is going to I'm trying to think, I'm going to connect my elbow and my knee together, and I'll come back. Okay, I'm just going to alternate sides today. So my warm-ups, I generally go by feel, and of course, like what kind of workout am I doing today? Okay, I inhale when I drive in, I exhale when I come out. All right, feeling pretty good, feeling pretty nice. All right, I'm going to come up to my feet. Okay, I'm ready to do a couple easy lifts here. So I'm going to stick with my yellow bell. Okay, you'll see all my bells are colored. Okay, we're using sport bells today. I'm going to be using just a couple easy lifts here, just to make sure I'm feeling pretty good, feeling pretty nice. Yeah, I'm going to do what's called a clean and press. Okay, so clean and press. I'm going to work 12 reps. And I'm just working out the kinks when I do this here. So my 16K bell, was it like 34 pounds? Almost 35. Okay, I'm forgetting to use my legs all of a sudden. Okay, and a lot of people think like when we do the clean and press, right? It's like about using as much of your arm as you can, but really it's the hinging of the hips. Okay, that's going to help you. A common complaint about kettlebells is like the banging of the forearms, right? But like if you see how close I keep the bell to my body, like I almost kind of pretend like the bell is like I'm standing in front of a mirror. And actually, when I had a studio, we used to do that. We used to just I used to make my clients stand in front of walls, okay, in front of mirrors. They had so much pressure not to lift, but their lifts got so much better. I'll be honest, I lost track here. Yeah, I'm gonna do 2 more. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to switch right over. So I am right-handed, but my left hand is predominantly always my stronger arm. Just found out recently I can throw way better with my left arm than with my right. Yeah, I'm like 2 more reps here. All right, so the clean and press feeling pretty nice. Okay, I'm just gonna warp my snatch here. So the snatch I always kind of think of it as like a faster clean and press. Okay, again, just from the hips, I'm just gonna work 6 and try to work a little bit of a faster pace for it. Okay, look a little something like so. Hey, I'm gonna work the other side. I just kind of looked over because my cat wants to come in. I'll let him in a sec. Okay. Definitely feeling loose, feeling warm, especially from that run earlier today. Feeling pretty okay. Oh, now he doesn't want to come in. So I'm just going to start lifting here. My heavier bell. Okay, and then continue to lift. You know, very similar to how I just did. Okay, working the clean and press, working the snatch, except I'm going to go from the clean and press to the snatch. Okay, I'm going to work 6, attempt to work 6 and 6 here. Okay, so 6 clean and press to 6 snatch. I'm going to switch over 6 and 6 again. This time I'm going to be using my 24K bell, so we're taking a little bit of a jump here. Whew. All right. Hands are feeling pretty nice. I'm going to start with my right hand. I'm going to start with my weak arm. Make sure I got a little bit of strength in me here. So I like using the color bells. These are sport bells. And they are all the same size. It might be different in weight, but all the same size. I really got to use that hinge. Oh, that was a terrible one. 6 snatches. All right. I'm going to drop the bell here. Grab a quick little breather. So hoping to just kind of go one after the other. But I feel my heart rate going pretty high. So I know I got like that confidence now. I know I could do the one side pretty easily. Not pretty easily, but I could do it. I know my left side's stronger. Funny enough, a little bit more coordinated. Here I go. I was about to say, here we go. Let's go. So, like, you still like telling people what to do on screen. Reset the brain. Woo! Definitely gets right, but I won't lie. Last night I spent like the time kind of looking up like, what do other YouTubers do for their live workouts? One of the pet peeves I had was when they take breaks, they're just like quiet. But I get it now. They're trying to catch their breath, trying to do their thing. Okay, so from here, I'm not going to forget that set. I'm going to come back to that set in a little bit here. Okay, the next one I want to work is I want to work just my heart rate up here just a little bit more. I'm going to work a set of swings, and I'm just going to alternate my swings as I go along here. Okay, so since it's my first set of swings, I'm just going to work with my lighter bell, just so I make sure I'm in the rhythm. Even though I know like we did the all around the world, but just want to make sure I don't like drop the bell or misplace my hands. So I work the crisscross. Whoop. Okay, or sometimes I kind of work a little twist here. Really depends. I just kind of let my body do what it wants to do. Okay, and you can do this again with the hips here. You might hear me just exhaling as I come up with the bell. Okay, you want to exhale at the hardest part of the exercise. So the weight is weightless up here. Okay, I can almost just let it hang. It's just floating. And I'll drop. And the goal is, with the heavier bells, with the heavier weights, just doing the same thing. Okay, being able to mimic that same movement here. Okay, so I have like my two moves. I'm going to work another set, 6 and 6, 6 and 6. We'll see how the second round goes. Then I'm going to go right to the swings. I'm going to do 20 of those. Another thing to mention here, I work with no AC, so try to cool down this room as much as I can at the time. Our intake fan is over here and it's so loud. So all my virtual workouts I generally do without air conditioning, and I think I'm in for a treat here today. We're supposed to get up to at least like 29 degrees. Plus, it's just like there's no movement in air here today in Toronto. All right. Okay, 6 and 6. This time I'm going to start with my good side. Okay, or at least what I think was a good side. I say that, and like today, like the left side felt a lot heavier. Okay, so see if I can get more of my hips to get going for me. I'm going to take a short break and then go again and work the swings here. get my legs going here a little bit more. Starting that snatch. That last one, no good. One of the reasons why I really like working with kettlebells. I mean, you could get the same feeling when you're working with dumbbells and things, but it just feels right. Right? When you lift, and the power lifters, you guys know what I'm talking about too, right? When you lift and it just feels like hot knife cutting through butter, right? And then when it doesn't, it just feels terrible. Clunky. Anytime that I do any kettlebell exercise, right, it's either smooth or it doesn't feel right. And you're always trying to get to that feel right moment. All right, let's get ready for that other side. The right side actually felt pretty good today. You know, another reason why I like right side's a little bit tough. Like I've dislocated this right shoulder a few times. I only have half a pectoral. I tore that many years ago. It's always even as a kid, it was weak anyway, even with two chests. But with only half now, like, especially when I bench press, feel the right side just die so quickly. Okay, 6 and 6. Oh, this hand is very sweaty. The grips. Okay, let's see if I can manage the 6. Grips on this side. Failed me. Come on, grips. This is really wet. Okay, working the swings. I'm going to work 20 swings with my heavier bell, and I find like the swings with a heavier bell easier to know when you're doing it right or wrong, right? Lighter bells, like you can just kind of like muscle it up without thinking too much into it. Okay, so I'm just going to swing 20 reps, so that's 10 per side. Woo! All right. Switch things up here a little bit. I went for that run, so I didn't have this planned. Just planned it just before doing the live stream here. Just want to make sure my hamstrings are loose. Okay, that they're feeling pretty nice here. Okay, so I'm going to work on a couple sets of straight leg deadlifts here, okay? A very staple exercise that I like to do when I work out. I think our hamstrings, super neglected. Right, people, like, they don't see it, they forget it, just like with the back, right? All the fellas, you guys know what I'm talking about. You guys love working your chest, your biceps. When it comes to our triceps in the back of the legs, right, we tend not to work them out, but so important, so important. People ask why. Maybe you're asking yourself, why is it important? Look, I just went for a run, so very quad dominant exercise. So the muscles in the front of my leg have gotten longer. But then the muscles in the back of my leg have now gotten shorter. Okay, so I want to kind of equal that out here a little bit, and I know these straight leg deadlifts here are gonna feel extra nice here today. Okay, so I'm gonna use my bell. I kind of line my feet up here. Show you a quick little look here. Yeah, I line my feet up here, like just in between the bell. Okay. Okay, and I'm gonna grab. I'm gonna pick up. Okay, I'm ready to do this here. Okay, I'm gonna come down. Nice little setup. Make sure my back is straight. Hey, I actually have a mirror in front of me here, so it's easy for me to always check form, but having the camera set up too is pretty okay. So I'm gonna stick my butt back even more here. Okay, so I can get more stretch in the back of my legs, and I'm gonna pull. Touch down again and pull. Okay, so what I don't like about these pulls is I want to get my shoulders to retract back a little bit more from here. Pull. Pull. You see how I got to cue myself to pull the weight? Pull. Pull. Okay, I'm going to do 3 more reps. Pull. Pull. Okay, I gotta keep my abs nice and tight. Come on. Remember. Pull. Okay, so that was just the warm-up. I want to be able to do the same thing, hey, but now on my single side. Just do a quick little sound check here, see how we're doing. Oh, battery died. Okay, so with my single leg deadlift today, I'm going to plant my foot down onto the floor. So I'm actually going to only grab with one weight. I'm going to try doing it with the heavier kettlebell. Okay, so you see how I line up my foot? Okay, let me see. Make sure you guys see that here. I'm as light as I can be with this leg here. Super light. I'm going to pick up with the same side. Okay, so this is my left leg over here. Okay, I'm going to come down. I pretend I'm still holding on to like another bell here. I pretend, or like a bar. Yeah, and I want to put all the pressure on down onto my right heel. Okay, so let's see if I can do this. Same thing, I want to feel a stretch in the back of my legs before I even pick up. Oh, that was terrible. Let's try that again. If I feel like I'm not getting it, I'm gonna go to a lighter bell. I want to put all that weight down. 1 second. So this is a pain stuff over here. Yes, Arya. Where? Come here. Huh? 엄마? 다른 거 볼까요? Come here. I can't hear you. 뚝 해고. Shh. 엄마 잠깐 나갔어. 이거 아빠랑 앉을래? 아빠랑 앉아. So like everybody else, right? Like these are the, you know, when you're working out, you got kids, right? These kinds of things happen, make it a little bit harder, but it's okay, right? As long as we're doing something, right? It's okay. It's okay. You okay? You okay? You okay? 뭐 줄까? And now our good old cat Leo wants to come in. Come on, Leo. See, look, when it happens, when it rains, it pours, doesn't it? Come on, Leo. Meow. Leonim. You want to watch Appa exercise? You want to watch TV? Okay, let's go. Come on. Up was almost done. And that's how it goes, everybody. Somehow the problem resolved itself. Okay. So, single leg deadlift, that was what I was working here. Got my toes behind me. Yeah, I'm going to work from here. Okay, so I'm going to work another 10 reps, see if I can get my heel going. So the reason why I have both my hands here is so I can pull up evenly. Okay, most common mistake that people make here, right, is kind of like being uneven. Woo! I think one of like the single leg deadlift or the deadlift in general, what like an underrated like core exercise that is. I'm gonna have to check my form on that later. I wasn't like too pleased with it. All right, let me see if I can get that other side to be a little bit better. I felt like that wasn't like not enough like glute activation. Too much weight down on this foot, so probably like the sign like the weight is too heavy. Yeah, weight is too heavy. I'm just gonna finish up though, because I can tell my time expiring to work out is coming to a close end here. The grip on this hand, super weak today. All right. I'm going to cool myself down here just a little bit. I'll be honest, I had a couple more things I wanted to get done, but like I said, time is expiring, and these are the, a lot of pros, I think, when it comes to working out at home, right? You save a lot of time, things like that, but, you got way more easier to get distracted. Hey, way more easier. Kids, cats, even if you don't have those things, you're working out. Like, I don't know, when I'm working out at home and I see that like a picture frame is like a little out of place or something like that, like easy to kind of go get a hammer, redo it, and then you just kind of almost lose the lust for working out. But if you come in with a plan, or if you have a plan from a trainer, right, just makes things a little bit easier. Just find different ways to hold yourself accountable. I'm kind of using this working out live on YouTube with you guys here, to kind of hold myself accountable too. As I train people virtually throughout the day. Like it comes harder for me to work out as well. But knowing today especially, like I gotta get on here, get my butt on camera. I could have made all the excuses in the world to say, I already went for the run this morning. I had a late night workout last night, and I'll be honest, myself, like, I didn't tell anybody I was going to do this, so why? But I bottom line is I told myself that I was going to do it, so here I am. I'm going to cool myself off here, and like I said, went for that run, so I know my shoulders and stuff like that, my body's going to get worked out here today, so I'm not going to be too worried about it, but, maybe just getting my hips here a little bit looser, a little bit warmer. Okay, and I keep the cool down easy, just more so than anything, like, it's like time for myself, the last couple minutes to myself, okay, before I start whatever craziness is going to happen. Let's see how tight these hamstrings are. Oh, so tight. Next time I'll bring out my little straps here. Woo! They are tight. They should not be this tight after, especially after like a workout. Post-workout, that is. Okay, I'm going to switch this around. All right, really feel my glutes, my hips. I'm working very hard here. Okay, let me see. Oh, can I even get to my left foot? Hey, definitely going to be doing some little extra like hamstring work here tonight. See if I can get this down here. Okay, left side feeling pretty good. I'm going to have to do one more hamstring stretch here before I go. I was going to kind of leave it at this, but looks like I'm just going to need a little something. Okay, so movement stretches, dynamic stretches, I think, bar none, the best way to, if you're looking to improve your flexibility, your mobility, the best way to do it, really. You know, like I always tell people this and they just kind of scoff at it, but, you know, strength training, whether you're doing kettlebells, whether you're doing body weight, whether you're doing it with dumbbells, barbells, you know, that is stretching, right? That is just like basically resistance stretching. Hey, you're going through the full range of motion, okay, from start to end, and doing it as best as you can. My right side should be quite interesting here. Hey, that's gonna really like I give all credit to my strength training all over the years, having really great gym coach when I was 16. Shout out to Mr. Sparks, George's Henry Academy. He's since passed away, but really like I'll never forget. I was always terrible at sports, but when I was finally 16, they opened up the weight room for us. That was just like my jam. Like I just knew it was. I was super overweight, and then just like I learned everything from all the lifts, all like the lifting principles that I have now still from him. You know, weight training has not changed over the years. How to lift, you know, like maybe how to set up your programs, things like that. Maybe that's changed, but the mechanics of lifting, still the same. All right. Come up to my feet here. I'm going to close it off. Okay, I finish every class, every one of my sessions, even my own personal sessions, okay, with just 3 breaths, and I think of this as like my time, okay, or you can think of this as your time. Okay, this is like my 10 seconds of me time here. All right. If you guys stuck around for the workout, I appreciate y'all. If you guys are checking this back on the replay, I appreciate it. Thanks, guys, for sticking around here. My name is MC Kim, a.k.a. The Kind Intelligent Man, or At least I like to think that I am. You can always kind of find me at remixmyfitness.com. All the socials, all that stuff, remixmyfitness.com. I'm not got a cat hair in my mouth. I ain't a hard man to find. All right? Take it easy, guys. Take it easy, guys. Enjoy yourselves. Remember, go out there, set some goals, challenge yourselves. But we got to make these workouts fun. Okay? Number one rule. Peace.